نستمر بالبطولة في الدوري الممتاز، فإن شركة بيبي كوتش للسفريات والجائزة مان أوف مارس. كاتور كوريوم ضمن النار في الانتظار ومن سيكون الغدار في نهاية المشروع.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are most welcome again for the encounter between the team KORYOM FC and KATOR FC. It is another game to watch, to entertain, and to jubilate between the two teams, that's the KATOR FC and KORYOM FC. Ladies and gentlemen, KATOR FC being at home, KORYOM FC being at home, they started with shot number 8, Abraham Jack Gaza, shot number 5, Akot Garan Angol, shot number 77, Angofi Mudaris Ali, shot number 21 is Deng Mayen Dao, shot number 12, Mayom Makola Arok, shot number 20, Agenego Francis, shot number 9, Maut Garan Ateni, shot number 13, the goalkeeper is Cisco Yela Waniki, shot number 18 is Musemi Majid, shot number 17, Tia Christopher, and shot number 24, Emmanuel Major Aliye. That's the starting lineup for team KORYOM FC. And looking at the other side of KATOR FC, they are starting with shot number 23, Godwin Suku Simon. Shot number 16 is Emmanuel Mudu Mubarak. Shot number 21, Abraham Subiri Tuti. Shot number 2 is Dominic James Anaja. Shot number 5 is Peter Sandy McCoy. Shot number 10 is Michael Tapu Peter. Shot number 18 is Tom Hank. Shot number 14 is Akoj Solomon. Shot number 15 is Waswa Hassan Sepel. Shot number 9 is Godian Dixon, and shot number 22 is Malaysia Jamal Michael. That's the lineup for team KATOR FC against KORYOM FC. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, South Sudan Premier League is proudly sponsored by MTN South Sudan, and also in conjunction with the medical coach for awarding the man of the match. Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to enjoy the game, you are most welcome wherever you are, but most especially, we just want to welcome the guest with us today, Honorable David Morbe, the State Minister of Housing, Central Equatorial State, who is representing the Governor of Central Equatorial State for today's game. You are most welcome. This is Juba National Stadium. This is South Sudan Premier League, and you are most welcome. Not only today, continue coming to enjoy with us the beauty of South Sudan Premier League, as it's probably sponsored by HN in conjunction with the Baby to Watch.
Yes, a very good afternoon, a good evening, and probably good morning, wherever you might be. Welcome to another class of football. And we're talking about KORYOM FC of Bor up against KATOR FC of Juba. And remember, the day was opened to us by two teams, Olympic FC of Rank and Asalam FC of Awil. Actually, Asalam FC were able to beat Olympic by a goal to 0. Tom scored the only goal. We're talking about the first game today. Otherwise, this is a game of class, a game of sweetness. We're talking about two teams battling it out, and of course, they are so close to each other. We talk about table standing of MTN South Sudan Premier League KORYOM versus KATOR FC. Any winner from here will surely see where to chill as in what they call the MTN South Sudan Premier League. Talking about the two teams in terms of starting the game, and of course, let's start from the home side. That's KORYOM FC today. How they have probably gone for this game, and of course, they've gone for Cisco Jail. That's the player in goal. Abraham Ajak is in the team, and Akot Garang is the captain. Mr. Angofi Mudassir is in the team. He's one of the darlings when we talk about KORYOM FC. And Deng Mayen, don't forget, Nguyen Francis is part of the team. Don't forget also Mr. Mahout Garang will lead the line for KORYOM FC. Musema Majid, that side of the pitch, if not the left side. And Mr. Kiara Christopher is in midfield alongside Emmanuel Majok. What about the bench for KORYOM FC? There are a couple of players like Konkur. Don't forget Deng Chol, Sudan Gandik, also Ajak Kwal. And of course, Mr. Chan Kut is in the team, probably on the bench as well. And coach does Ayik. Don't forget Nuer Nyal is part of the bench team. That's for KORYOM FC, including Mr. Antipas Kwani Jok is in the team. Don't forget Mayen Peter, Malik Sadiq, and Mr. Daza, and of course Mubarak. This is the starting 11 plus the players on the bench for KORYOM FC. And of course, they're having some fun here. Well, appreciating their supporters for coming. And this is a real tradition that they're doing. And of course, that's what they know, what it means. That's KORYOM FC. They have gained a couple of fans, especially due to their performance in MTN South Sudan Premier League, being a really surprise package. The same to KATOR, also appreciating the supporters for coming and turning up in large numbers, especially after a recent meeting, of course, held the team, that's KATOR FC of Juba. Well, talking about this game for KATOR FC, how they have all gone for this game. KATOR have gone for Godwill actually Busuk, who returns in the goal, special after dropping Mr. David Alfred, who saved the penalty last time out. And of course, Emmanuel Odu is in the team, Abraham Sudir, and of course, Dominic James is the captain for KATOR. Don't forget Peter Sunday, Michael Taku, who operates on actually the left side of the pitch, is also right here. He scored a goal last time out. David Sebit, Waswa Hassan, and Gardine Dixon, including Malis Jamal, and of course, Mr. Solomon. This is how KATOR FC have so far gone for this very game. They've got a couple of players on the bench, like Matofu, that's Patrick, David Mangar drops into the bench, Vital, Saddam, Elisa Balo, Victor, of course, John, and Mr. Pap Chol, and John Albino Kuku, that's Patrick, Sebit John, Martin John, and Mr. David, of course, Alfred as well, who is actually the second choice goalkeeper in this game at the moment. Otherwise, talking about this very game, it means a lot to both sides, especially after Jamus FC beating Almerik yesterday by 2 goals to 1, and surely this one means a lot. And of course, right away, KORYOM FC versus KATOR. This is the MTN South Sudan Premier League. Remember, man of the match probably will be awarded by Bibito. That's a service, if not coach. All about you traveling from Juba to Kampala, and as well Kampala back to Juba. So don't forget also Kampala to Nairobi as well, and of course as well Nairobi to Juba, only with Bibito coach. Otherwise, KATOR FC actually scooped up very different, probably chance right here, and again it also did go wide anyway. But remember, the game is right away, but of course, KORYOM FC versus KATOR FC. KORYOM is a side representing actually the Bor Local Football Association in the competition. KATOR represents JLFA, if not Juba Local. A chance here for the Loperans to trap their first goal right here. But defensively, KORYOM looks like they have got a mission in the game, very special one. It goes to the wide area. Angofi Mudasiri loses it easily. And Sunday builds for KATOR at the back. Waswa on the presser. I think tapped easily, but of course still KATOR remains on pressure. But they are settling gradually in the game. It goes to just number 16. That's Odu. Odu finds, of course, a Sebit, and it goes wide from Taku. It's a goal kick. But I think it's a very good idea from Emmanuel Prab Odu going for a delivery. But I think Taku wasn't probably prepared so much well to tap it in, much as it went a little bit wide. But this is a very good start for KATOR FC. But remember, KORYOM have not been actually conceding goals for fun in the competition. That tells you how determined they are. And trust me, if you're looking for a surprise package in the competition, the name KORYOM will don't have to miss in your mind. And of course, they're also looking for a way of settling. He thought he's fouled, but center referee says there's nothing. To go to number 20. That's for KORYOM FC. And of course, the game is 0-0 in case you've just joined us. Thank you so very much. Call my name, Alafi Jonathan. We're talking about KORYOM versus KATOR. MTN South Sudan Premier League is what you're watching. Of course, thank you for joining our YouTube channel as well today. We do appreciate it. Remember, the man of the match will be awarded by Bibito. That's a coach, if not service. And don't forget, you can travel from Juba to Kampala with Bibito, as well from Kampala back to Juba, and of course Juba to Nairobi, Kenya, including even Nairobi to Juba, and of course Nairobi to Kampala with only Bibito. Remember, any player that works hard in the game will be awarded definitely by them later. But of course, Iran is here for the Loperans. Just number 9, Fruking. And of course, going still strongly. Beating 1, beating 2. Center referee is actually saying there's nothing. But of course, KATOR FC are still continue to play. Deflected is a corner kick to Loperans. And of course, what the players are asking is that supporters are saying there should be a penalty. They're saying actually there has to be a penalty. But center referee have decided. Very, very crucial decision from the center referee to be a corner kick to KATOR FC. The game is 0-0. KATOR 0, KORYOM 0. This is what we call the MTN South Sudan Premier League. And of course, taking a little bit wide by KATOR, and this time around it benefits KORYOM is a goal kick. And KORYOM breathes again. The game is 0-0, and this is the MTN South Sudan Premier League first edition. This is week 8. Just want to say thank you so very much for joining us yet again. And of course, now comes to Christopher. But of course, he lost it easily to the Loperans. Sebit, enjoying passing and clever mind from just number 21. And that's Abraham. Actually, that's Mayen Rada. For KATOR FC, Deng Mayen. It goes a bit wide, and both teams are looking forward to settling and having a bit of what they can do in the game. Emmanuel Odu for Loperans. won easily by just number 8, that's Majid. Now Angwafi rotating in midfield for the Liberans, goes wide to Majid. Majid Musema with the ball, still Majid, and of course delivers into what is saying from the goalkeeper. That's Yogosuk. It's a nice one from him. He knows definitely the ball would be a dangerous one, so he decided to at least hit it away. Impressive one by Yogosuk, who today starts actually for Liberans. And Alfred drops into the bench. The game is 0-0. KATOR 0, KORYOM 0. KATOR builds up from the back. All about looking for support. And of course, checking Sebit. There's a David. Remember, Sebit David have been scoring for Liberans back to back. I think he is in real form. That's Mr. Sebit Alfred. I mean, Sebit does, of course. David right there is a free kick to KORYOM FC taken by Christopher. And of course, offside flag seems to be against them. It will be a goal kick this time around to KATOR. The game is 0-0, and of course, this is the MTN South Sudan Premier League. And trust me, it is the first edition. This is week 8 fixture. And of course, KORYOM and KATOR were actually aware of what Jamus did yesterday against Alimerik. So they're in this game with so much great awareness, knowing very well they must probably win this one. KATOR FC have not lost any fixture in the competition. They are still unbeaten, just like Jamus FC. Two teams are actually unbeaten, KATOR and Jamus. And of course, KATOR FC looking for a progress right here. Abraham lost it easily to Musema now. Musema for KORYOM, he goes wide. I think Maut Garang is from an offside position. The game is 0-0. And of course, KATOR FC 0, KORYOM FC as well 0. This is still the halftime of this very game. We are live at Juba National Stadium. My name is Alafi Jonathan. Just want to say thank you. Now Sunday to Dominic for the Liberans. Dominic goes to the wide area and a chased by Sebit. To now back to Sebit. Sebit is in the wide area. And of course a deliver. Free header. It goes a little bit near the post, but a very good idea from as Mr. Sebit. I think that's number 9, so we will probably tap that one in. And of course, that's Mr. Guardian Dixon. He scored last time out, and that's why he's able to start for today as well. What a chance it is for the Liberans to at least open the scoring. Nice work done by Michael Taku and Sebi. The game is 0-0. KATOR 0, KORYOM 0. We are within halftime still. Goes to Sunday. Michael Taku drops into the midfield and of course makes a crossing. But again, difficult situation here, but KORYOM are able to survive. Goes to Musema. Musema Majid. Still the ball, lost to KATOR. Dixon picks from there. He's actually on the right side. Dixon goes for a crossing, but again there's a block from Musema. But KATOR wins a throw-in. Pressure keeps on balancing, but of course more on KORYOM instead. And KATOR keeps on probably, of course, enlarging more muscles in the game. Is a throw-in. Going to be taking position number 14, and of course, taking it quickly and gets back to the wide area. Is Christopher. Is a throw-in to definitely KORYOM FC. Moses Machar is the head coach of KORYOM, and without any doubt, he has been putting everything possible to make sure that the boys smiles and the supporters as well. As Mr. Moses Machar. Nicholas is actually head coach for a team known as KATOR FC, assisted by Kayanga John. Now KORYOM making a progress, but again it's a bit poor. Of course, supporters seems to be furious with what they are seeing. And they're urging the boys to keep the pressure and perhaps tries to work hard and hard. He goes to the captain, that's a Code Garang. Angofi Mudasiri with an auto ball. But still KATOR FC picks it from there. Sunday into midfield, still Sunday Peter. Gives it to Soder Abraham. Now Taku Michael. Taku. Going past Angofi, but of course very hard for him to go against the right fullback of KATOR FC. I mean, that's KORYOM. Emmanuel Odu is actually receiving a bit of pressure, but it goes to Sebit. Sebit, of course, Taku probably succeed in that. Taken away by just number 12. That's Mr. Ayuin Francis, and it's a corner kick to KATOR Football Club. This is going to be their first corner kick this afternoon. The game is 0-0. KATOR FC 0, KORYOM FC 0. We are within half time of this very game. MTN is Sudan Premier League. And of course, Taku will deliver this one. Delivered by Taku. And of course, failing to hit anyone. But I think there's an appeal from KATOR players thinking that it should be a corner kick. Nesman says no. It is a goal kick to KORYOM FC. Now Code Garang. Mudasiri is moving all over. Looking for just number 24. He succeeds there. Emmanuel Majok. Free kick to definitely KORYOM FC, and just number 20 is a player who is fouled. And of course, the game is 0-0. KATOR FC 0, KORYOM FC 0. We are live at Juba National Stadium. Is a free kick to KORYOM FC. And taken long. Christopher is ready, but of course now is Mr. Angofi Mudasiri failing to put the ball in control. It goes out, is a throw into the Loberans. So the captain will take it. Dominic to Sandy. Still Dominic back to Sandy. Sandy looking for support, but of course finds Abraham Sodir. He goes into the backline role. Emmanuel Odu goes wide. Dixon have to chase this one, but of course there's a pressure. Cleared by just number 21. It's a good play from him. Mr. Deng Mayen is a throw into the Loberans. KATOR FC 0, KORYOM FC 0. This is still the halftime of this very game, but of course both sides looking forward to at least unlocking each other. But the question is, who's going to unlock who first? Is it KATOR or KORYOM? Odu, Emmanuel Odu, succeeding still. And of course a deliver right there from 14. Defended perfectly by the back line of a KORYOM. Christopher failing and winning, and of course finally failing. It goes to Sebit. Collision between the goalkeeper and of course Sebit does. We are talking about a collision right here between Zesco Jail and Mr. Sebit. And of course it looks a little bit a hard one, as the medical team is going to find out what is the problem exactly. But I think the collision is what really looks a little bit hard for both players. We're talking about Zesco Jail and David Sebit. The game is 0-0. In case you've just joined us, thank you so very much. Remember, MTN are the sponsors of the South Sudan Premier League. That's MTN South Sudan. And of course, man of the match will be given by the Beto coach, if not service. All about you traveling from Juba to Kampala, and from Kampala to Juba as well, from Juba to Nairobi. And of course, only with Bebito from Nairobi to Juba as well, and even Nairobi to Kampala. This is what I can tell you from Bibito. Probably any player that works hard in this game will be awarded by Bibito. That's later, if not man of the match. Remember, this is the first edition of the Premier League sponsored by MTN. And of course, you may think the first edition have really produced a lot of moments and a lot of history. You may think this is the right time to have it, definitely. And of course, South Sudan Football Association decided to say no, this time around, South Sudan have to have a Premier League, and that's why we're here. Thank you very much for watching. In case you're outside the country, are you in Uganda? Are you in Sudan? Are you in Congo? Are you in Cameroon? And of course, in case you're also from the USA, are you in Australia? What about within a country? Are you in Yambio? What about Awil? Wow. Are you currently watching from Yei? And of course, Nimle, all the places within South Sudan. Thank you very much. We're talking about the MTN South Sudan. Of course, the Premier League right here. The game is 0-0, but of course, currently treatment is happening actually on goalkeeper. That's Mr. Zesco, jail. And that's why currently we are on hold. Remember, yesterday, it was a fantastic game between Al-Merrikh FC of Bentiu and Jamus FC. The game ended 2-1. Jamus FC were able to take actually the game into their own beds. And the game ended 2-1 in favor of the Buffaloes yesterday, beating Al-Merrikh FC. And guess what? They extended their record when it comes to meeting Al-Merrikh FC in all competitions. So Al-Merrikh FC of Bentiu 6-4 away of beating Jamus FC. Whenever they meet, the scoreline in most cases have been favoring Jamus Soccer Club of Juba. So that calls for more work from the technical team of Al-Merrikh FC of Bentiu. And also later yesterday, remember, there was also a game, and Chris Al-Merrikh were able to pick another win of 1-0. That was later to yesterday. And that tells you that there are 2 games in a day in the MTN South Sudan Premier League. Otherwise, there are a couple of players on the bench for both sides. For KATOR FC, Mr. Matovu Patrick, David Mangar, former Jamus FC players on the bench, Vital Saddam, Elisa Balo, Victor John, Mr. Papchol, John Albino, Kuku Patrick drops into the bench, Sebit John, Martin John, and David Alfred, who is a goalkeeper. And of course, you may think he's the player that was able to save a penalty last time out. But things looks like are very, very hard for Sesko. That's Sesko Gel Wani for KORYOM. He's calling for substitution. So that tells you that he's not going to continue. And I think this is really, really sad for KORYOM FC, because Sesko has been doing a very good job, tremendous job for KORYOM FC. But of course, seeing him probably going off in this game will surely tells you that out of 100% in the tactics, surely 40% will go and 6 will be in position to be left. So that calls for really, really tactical, if not eyes from technical team of KORYOM FC. Sesko will not continue, and the KORYOM are going to bring another goalkeeper. That's something we need to know. But of course, there are a couple of players on the bench, by the way. Mr. Konkur, Deng Chol, Sudan Gadhik, Ajakwal, and of course, Jankut, Coach Ayik, Nuer, of course, Nyao, Antipas Kwani Jok, Mr. Mayen Peter, Malik Sadiq, and Mubaraka. These are the guys on the bench for KORYOM FC. The game is 0-0. And of course, currently The game is on hold because there was a serious collision between Sebit and Sesko, who is the goalkeeper of KORYOM FC. But of course, Sesko is not going to continue this game because he is feeling a real pain. And the second choice goalkeeper will have to really show a magic because by showing something very special in this very game. But the game is still 0-0. There are no goals. Remember, KORYOM FC 0 and KATOR FC as well 0. That tells you that more work is needed. Because supporters are actually appreciating his effort as well as Mr. Sesko, as he's actually been carried. But this is a really problematic moment for KORYOM FC. We're looking forward to making sure they have to keep the gears going by not probably removing others, because the teams that are flying, teams like Jamuz, who keeps on getting goals, and of course the teams like Almerik also keeps on winning with large number of goals. And here we go, just number 32, second choice goalkeeper, that's Mr. Nuer Nyal, is now in for Sesko. And we are soon getting back to the business because Nicholas is telling the fourth referee to allow Sebi to go into the mix now. And we're back into the business. The game is 0-0. Akot Garang takes it ahead. Maut Garang have got a task to be done, kept alive, and of course finds Sunday. Sunday goes to Waswa. Waswa back to Dominic. Dominic, of course, finds Waswa. Waswa clears from his territory. And Sebit now. What a pass from Sebit, but of course too much. And packed out by Mr. Mayen. It will be a throw in, I think. And the corner kick to the Loberans, by the way. It's a very good one, and Malis Jamal will take the responsibility of this one now. Malis takes it into the 18 yards, finds Taku, but of course too late from him. It's going to be a goal kick, and that marks the first involvement of the goalkeeper. That's Mr. Nyal, if not Nuer Nyal, taken to Akot. Garang. Mudasiri flukes a pass. That's a Dominic. He goes, of course, and delivers. I think the first touch from him wasn't a good one, but again, he wins a throw in the process. A very good momentum from him. That's Mr. Mudasiri, if not Angofi. Mudasiri still finds Christopher. Free kick to KATOR FC. The game is 0-0. KATOR FC 0. KORYOM FC 0. This is the MTN South Sudan Premier League. Well, Dominic is a player who plays actually as a lefty fullback for the Liberans, and also the captain, Waswa. Waswa actually picked a very good performance against Jamus FC last time out, where he scored the first goal before Mr. Kisira actually scored as well the last goal to make it 1-1. But a very good progress is here for the Liberans. Goes to Taku. Taku is fouled outside the box. It's a free kick, first yellow card of the game. Goes to one KORYOM FC player. First yellow card of the game. I think the right fullback will have to see how he can be more careful. And that calls for more probably concentration as a right fullback. Is a free kick to the Liberans, but of course Taku has been the guy who takes the free kicks actually for KATOR FC. And he's actually there alongside one player standing behind the ball. to calculate and perhaps get it into something. But of course, can they convert that one? Taku have left it already. It's a free kick to KATOR FC. Delivered. Tapped away by Nuer Nyao. And of course, I still Waswa. Because KATOR FC are trying their best to make sure they have to probably score a first goal. But KORYOM has well got a chance. Mayen into midfield. Too much to be a throw in to KATOR FC. Emmanuel Odu will take it. Odu takes it. But of course, succeeded by just number 20. Goes to Mudasiri. Throw into KORYOM FC now. Remember, just number 12 is currently on yellow. And that's Mr. Anuen Francis. He is currently on yellow for that's KORYOM FC of Vapor. And of course, he keeps on taking throw-ins. You think if they keeps on doing that, you never know what will happen. But the game is 0-0. KATOR 0, KORYOM 0. Sunday. Takes it back to Dominic Waswa. Waswa into midfield. Free kick. Of course, it will be a free kick to the Liberans. Emmanuel Odu. Looking for a couple of guys like Dixon. Dixon is there, right there. He goes for a shot from a distance. And I think the IQ looks good, but again, Sebit is calling for it. He's saying you should have given it to me. That's Sebit. KORYOM FC builds from the back. Dangerous ball. It goes still to the side of KORYOM. Good passing from them. And of course, KORYOM enjoying. Musema. Nice pass from Mawood. Garang goes there and cleared by Dominic. Still delivered. Of course, a chance for KORYOM. But Garang seems to be very far. Mawood Garang defended very well by the backline for KATOR FC. It's a relief to the Liberans now. They're operating in the midfield. Abraham Sodir to Emmanuel Odu. KATOR FC having what they can do here. They are enjoying this moment. Taku. Sunday. He finds the Sunday. Sunday is one of actually the players that really have lasted for the Liberans, because he's one of the long-serving players for KATOR FC. That's Sunday Peter Abraham. Remember, this is so far his fourth game, if not third, for Abraham Sodir in terms of starting. And he has been actually also on the bench. But today, he starts. That's Mr. Abraham. It goes to Emmanuel Sunday. He looks lonely. Of course, what a pass. And Francis is aware about that. Taku rotates, of course, Taku to Sodir. Abraham Sodir! Perfect shot, but not quite. It's a goal kick. Well, the power from Abraham really means it a lot. Probably means all. And that's what a midfielder can do. Garang, Francis Anuen throw into KORYOM FC. The game is 0-0. There are no goals so far. KATOR FC 0, KORYOM FC 0. Sodir is a free kick to KORYOM, but of course Sodir is having a bit of discomfort here. And I think the referee is having some talks with him. Of course, he's back on his feet. The game is 0-0. KORYOM 0, KATOR FC 0. Taken by the captain, just number 5, and that's Akot Garang. He takes it wide, but again, won easily by the Loperas there. And of course, Sebit operating on the right side. Good defending, nice defending from KORYOM FC. Is a throw in to KATOR, to KATOR, yes, but again, there's a little complaint from the supporters of KORYOM thinking that this would be a throw in any state to the team known as, of course, KORYOM. The game is 0-0. KATOR FC 0, KORYOM FC 0. But there are a bit of worries here because that's number 20 is at the moment down, and that's for KORYOM FC. Medical team will have to check out. The game is 0-0. This game have been having a couple of injury issues. And of course, Sesko have left after a collision with Mr. Sebit. And I think there's a bit of some worries again for KORYOM FC. But remember, the game is 0-0. KORYOM 0. Of course, KATOR FC as well 0. This is the MTN South Sudan Premier League. And of course, Kayanga John is having a conversation with Abraham Sotir. And perhaps he's trying to tell them to see what might be, I think, the tactical approaches into the game. That's what he may think. Kayanga John is trying to tell his players, especially Mr. Sodir. But of course, the injury, the hit on just number 20, seems to be a very serious one. And of course, all about how it's going to look like. But again, spectators having some classes. I think KATOR FC and supporters of KORYOM FC having some classes. I think this is something that you may think and in most cases it's not. It becomes very hard when supporters of probably this teams playing sits at the same direction. You may think it will bring such kind of classes, throwing water bottles to each other. I think this is something that is already happening, but again, just number 20 is still serious injured. And, this is a very serious incident. And of course, supporters also keeps on having some really affairs right there. But again, KORYOM FC's dozen number 20 is still down. Because he's not really looking good on him. And I think the medical team is still having what they can do here. Remember, is Francis. We're talking about Anjanuka. Francis is the player who is currently in need of a very serious medical attention, and of course an ambulance is going to really take him away, and we wish Francis all the best, because this is a serious concern. Just number 20 of KORYOM FC, Mr. Francis, is currently having a very serious medical problems here. And of course, an ambulance is being called to take him, and this is really concerning issue. Of course, KATOR FC players are also showing support. Yes, and this is what football needs. Francis, we see the best. And of course, a quick recovery. I think he becomes the second player to leave the pitch because of an injury after Sesko, the goalkeeper of KORYOM FC. I think the situation from the fans is still mounting, but again, the players of KORYOM FC have actually taken the responsibility to go to cool the fans. So this is what is happening right now. And KORYOM FC supporters are in place, but KATOR supporters are now actually apart because of the chaos. But of course, our best wishes to Francis, just number 20 of KORYOM FC, as an ambulance is carrying him for further medical attention. And this is really alarming. And quick recovery, Francis. But of course, stewards are trying their best to make sure the situation of the fans gets calm before the game is going to be restarted. But of course, remember, this game today is a mix of emotion moments because Sesko have left the pitch injured, and the same to Francis. But of course, at the moment, fans, I think the stewards are trying to really calm the situation, but of course, KORYOM FC supporters, players actually are going to talk to supporters to make sure they have to at least leave other things and instead focus on the game. And if we can be in person to see that KORYOM FC players have all gone to their supporters to make sure they have to at least get back. And of course, the same to KATOR FC players, calling for their fans to also get back to their respective places and enjoy the game. But sometimes it's very, hard, to also try and put fans at the same corner. And they may think, yes, such things might happen because football is a game of emotions. But of course, you can see that actually KATOR FC players also having a bit of a message to KORYOM FC supporters to really calm down and reduce the temper and focus in the game. By the moment, you can see actually players, supporters of KATOR FC lining up, not actually at the original positions like initially. But I think anyone is a bit nervous of getting back to where he or she belongs before. But I think gradually they're getting back. Yeah, they're getting back. But the game is 0-0. There are no goals. We are still within halftime. Much as is a bit very difficult. And of course, I think the aim of KORYOM supporters is to probably, take actually the position where KATOR supporters were sitting, and that's what is happening right now, because you can see that KORYOM supporters are actually at the moment already, occupying the position, the place where KATOR FC supporters were sitting before. And that's why the game is currently on hold. But of course, the game is 0-0. There are no goals, but of course, really personal moments in the game and also emotional moments in the game. Two players of KORYOM FC have so far left the pitch. And Sesko, the goalkeeper, got an injury through collision. And Francis as well got some serious worries. And of course, that calls for probably more, if not further treatment. And he has been taken by an ambulance. You may think it's not far for the game to get back. But the stewards are making sure that things have to at least, get into the original position, if not calm, before the game is started. But you can see that where KATOR FC supporters were sitting before is now KORYOM FC supporters. Much as KATOR FC supporters are making a bit of some alarm and making some noise, but again, that's what is happening. But the game is currently on hold. The game is 0-0. This is the MTN South Sudan Premier League first edition. Of course, looking good. We are live at Juba National Stadium. My name is Alafi Jonathan. But don't forget, the man of the match will be given by the Beto, of course, coach, if not, of course, service. As a leader, any player that works hard in this game will be awarded by the Beto. Of course, traveling service. You traveling to Juba, and of course, from probably you traveling actually to Kampala to Juba, and Nairobi to Kampala, and as well from Nairobi to Juba as well to Nairobi. So it's something very simple for you to do. And of course, go book your ticket with the Beto, that's traveling company. I think we're getting back to the business to conclude the halftime, but the game is 0-0. KATOR 0, KORYOM 0. But of course, KORYOM will have to do a substitution because Francis is not on the pitch at the moment. And they may think they really need to do a substitution, and that's what is going to happen right now. That's number 3 is going to come on for KORYOM FC. Of course, let's wait and see what he's going to add into the game. And of course, that's number 3 for KORYOM is the player who's going to come. And that's Simon Kenyijada. Well, I think situation is still from the supporters of KORYOM FC. And they're having some banners. They got some banners and of course trying to display him. I think they needed something. But the game is 0-0. In case you have just joined us, the game is 0-0 and of course KATOR FC 0, KORYOM FC 0, and this is still a halftime of this game. And of course, we are now getting back. The 15th referee is having a bit of a chat with the fourth official. I think they are trying to agree on something, if not also getting an information from the fourth official. That's what the referees at the moment, of course, are doing. But I think we are getting back into the business, and it's a fair play. And of course, that's it. Taco picks from there and he gives it to Mr. Dominic. Taken away by Akot. Finds just number 24. It goes to Musema Majid. West Court. Garang Angofi. The wide area. And Francis have to deliver from there. A chance is there for Christopher to tap it in, but again, goalkeeper Mr. Ibusuk came really close and succeeded in that ball.
13 minutes.
Remember, 13 minutes of extra time into the first 45 because of a couple of things, especially the injury of Sesko and Francis. So 13 minutes into the first 45. Now Maot Garang, very poor from him. He finds Sunday. Sunday goes wide. Taku gets it into the final third, but pulls up. Won easily by Mayen. Sunday. KATOR FC building from the back. Dominic. Back to Dominic. He needs a support. Now Waswa for KATOR FC. Very good pass from him, but because the touch from Sebit cleared by just number 12, and that's Mr. Ayuen Francis. To be a throw in to KATOR. Sunday goes for it. Because checked in by Sunday, it goes to Nuer Nyal as a goal kick to KORYOM FC. Taken quickly by Nuer. Maud Garang controls out of Sunday, gives a pressure. Won back by KATOR FC, goes to Dixon. Dixon to Jamal. Back to this time around Abraham with a loop pass. Jamal and cleared by Mayen. It's a corner kick to KATOR FC. Remember, 13 added minutes is what you have to know into the first 45. The game is 0-0 yet. There are no goals, but of course, a couple of moments in this game. Is a corner kick. Who is going to at least pick something in these 13 minutes of extra time? Well, corner kick for the Liberans. Header from Waswa, but too much. It's going to be a goal kick to KORYOM FC. If this team ends probably this game in a draw, especially after second half, then Jamus will smile and Almeric. Taku drives. What a pass from, of course, Taku comes in so close and cleared by just number 5, and that's Mr. Garang. Won by Mawot Garang. Mudasiri, of course, finds a help from Mawot Garang. Sadir Abraham operates, because kept in by Mr. Francis does Ayuen. Is a foul, and it will be a free kick to KATOR FC. Medical attention is needed. This is something very serious also for the Liberans, because they are trying to see how they can at least finish these minutes in a very good moment. And don't forget, the game is 0-0. KATOR 0, KORYOM 0. We are left with roughly 9 minutes. Remember, there is 13 added minutes into the first 45. And of course, this is a real battling, because both sides still looking for a way of unlocking each other. It looks like it's also a bit hard. And I think he's okay because it's not really too much. And I think he is going to continue. Right. It's a free kick to KATOR FC. And Dominic alongside Waswa. And the guy standing behind the ball. I think Dominic is going to leave it to Waswa to take it. Waswa have been a very key figure for KATOR FC in the heart of defense. Waswa delivers. Headed away by Mr. Francis now. And Francis now on the left side of the pitch, leaving his position. And of course, he's going back to his position. Emmanuel Odu for KATOR. To Dominic, his captain. Dominic finds Chol. If not, actually, Sunday Peter. Jamal will have to chase it. And a goal kick. After very good work done by that's number 24. That's Emmanuel Majok. This time around, the throw-in is to the Liberans. The game is 0-0. But Jamal is actually on his knee. Probably his knees, but of course his back. Supported by Sodir. It's a throw-in into the box. I think Dixon was able to catch also one of the judges actually for we are talking about for KORYOM FC player. That's Mayen. It's a free kick to KORYOM FC taken by Mr. Nuer Nyal. Christopher today is a bit quiet. I think Kiara have not been actually appearing the way he used to do. Today he's kept quiet, Mr. Christopher. And he has been a starman for KORYOM FC alongside Angofi Mudasri. These are some of the key figures, even the captain, Mr. Akot Garang. And the entire team have been working very, very hard to make sure they put a smile on the faces of their supporters. The game is 0-0. We are still within halftime. Waswa, real pressure from Maut Garang. Dixon, and of course, cleared by just number 3. It's going to be a throw into KATOR FC. Dominic takes it. Taku, Sebit rather, operating, and of course, a fluking. He gives it into the box. Jamal! Blocked by Akot Garang. Goes the wide area. Offside flag stays down. Sebit. Sodir finds, of course, and needs support. Dominic supports him. Waswa now. It goes backwards. KATOR FC having good passes here. Sunday. Still Sunday, of course, operating. Very good football from KATOR FC. Now Dixon. Dixon. What a turn from him. Sunday. Dixon turning and a block this time around. Musema Majid for the Liberans. Drives as well. Now Mayen. Is Mayen. Finds Majok Emmanuel. Poor communication. But again, won back by KORYOM FC. Is Musema Majid. Too much from him, won by Emmanuel Odu. Odu still with the ball. He goes for the delivery. Sebit having a touch. Dixon is a player here. Looking for a space. Goes for a shot. Nice save. And Taku finishes. But offside flag is against a Taku. Offside Taku Michael. But the first save was brilliant from the goalkeeper. Very good save from him. And that's Mr. Nyal Nuer to deny KATOR FC their first goal. And we go back for the business. Nil inside 13 added minutes already. You may think 5 are left. And spectators, supporters of KATOR and KORYOM continues to have issues throwing water bottles to each other. And I think that area is already unsecure. That's what you may think, definitely. It goes to number 5, the captain does Akot. Akot Garang goes to the foul line. Christopher now. Christopher is fouled. It's a free kick to KORYOM FC. Game is 0-0. I think the captain will take this responsibility. That's Akot Garang. He goes for it and of course finds tapped away and cleared by KATOR FC. Now Taku Michael operating on the right side of the pitch. Sebit finds the ball in midfield. It goes to the back line and has Mr. Dominic looking for support and he finds Sunday. Sunday gives it back to Jamal. There's a tactical change here because Jamal is now on the left and Taku is now on the right. Has wingers for KATOR FC. The game is 0-0 and there's a free kick. It's a free kick to KATOR FC, to KORYOM, but just number 3 is at the moment sitting at the center for KORYOM FC, but of course the medical team is needed. Remember, he came on for Francis, who's currently receiving more treatment. And of course, he has been carried away by an ambulance. Now the game is 0-0, not far to end halftime. And of course, he's okay. He's not feeling much bad. And both sides are still looking for their first goals, but can they get it? Let's give it a watch. And well, center referee keeps on checking his watch. It's a free kick taken by the captain. That's a Mr. Cut. And defended very well by the Liberans. Angofi finds Emmanuel Majok, cleared by Waswa. Cleared this time around by Jamal. Francis gets a delivery. Emmanuel! Too much from Emmanuel Majok. Energy level, I think, was too much. Kept alive by Sebit. Sebit goes to the midfield. Abraham Sotir. And of course, KATOR FC goes wide with Jamal. Back to Dominic. Dominic gives it to Chol. And that's it. And of course, a match that probably lasted for long compared to its original 45 because of injured worries on Mr. Francis. And of course, Sesko, the goalkeeper of KORYOM FC. And of course, that actually also limited chances of the game to go into the goals world. But otherwise, those are the moments of the game. But of course, KATOR FC 0, KORYOM FC 0. This is the halftime, but of course, we'll be back with the second half of this very game. Thank you so much. Call me Alafu Jonathan, and thank you so very much also for watching. We'll be back.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are most welcome for the second half of the game between Conference and KATOR FC. Wait through the halftime when we say KORYOM 0 and KATOR FC. South Africa is proudly sponsored by MTN South Africa in conjunction with the Beto Coach in our demand of the match. Remember, the Beto Coach, the services are on and just those doors. In case you are moving to any region of East Africa, they have their services moving Juba to Kampala, Kampala to Juba, Kampala, Nairobi, Nairobi, Kampala, and those other destinations. If you want to get there, we call you Casper, where they continue to remind you that they have for you a rota at free only 174,500 SSP coming ticket TV, and also a Wi-Fi at only 129,900 SSP. Come to be 30. Let us enjoy the game as we enjoy South Africa.
Yes, we'll be back from what we call a break. And of course, this is the game between KORYOM FC and KATOR FC. And of course, second half looking like we'll be possible to produce goals. But let's give it a watch whether it's going to work like what we are thinking at the moment. Mundasiri and again won easily by Abraham. The game is 0-0. There are no goals. And I think Yugusuk is actually almost doing a bit of a blunder, but again, Garang was not too much aware. Is Edu, of course, that's Emmanuel, goes to Dixon. Dixon looks for Jamal Malis. Jamal Malis! Very powerful shot and blocked by the captain. Just number 5, Mr. Akot Garang. First corner kick for KATOR FC in the second half of this very game. And Jamal is the man who is going to deliver. Jamal takes it. And of course, a tap. Very dangerous one. Well, players of KATOR are appealing for perhaps a free kick. But I think KATOR almost actually definitely got something in that scenario. So close to getting their first goal. That's the appearance. Now Christopher. Dasiri Angofi. Complicated pass, but again, Godwin Igusuk finds it easily. Waswa had a fantastic game against Jamus FC last time out. Because he was man of the match in that very game. 1-1 all draw. Dominic Taku. But the real pressure from the Bull-based side. Angofi Mudasiri failing to succeed that one. But of course, finds a Peter. Sunday, Christopher keeps on fighting. Free kick to KORYOM FC. Have a very good position. And Angofi Mudasiri will be possible to take it. Well, it's a free kick, and of course, thank you guys for watching live. I'm able to see that there's a guy watching from Russia. Thank you very much for watching from Russia, USA as well. We appreciate you guys, and of course, all parts of the world. It's a free kick to KORYOM FC, and Mudasiri will take it by Angofi. Roll it. I think it's a bit much. But the IQ was good from Mudasiri. Dixon heads it to the wide area. Jamal have to chase it and packed easily by just number 8. And I think it's a very good packing from him because he don't want danger. And that's Abraham Ajak. It's a throw into KATOR FC. The game is 0-0. And of course, a long one there. And it finds Dazaz Abraham, but blocked by the back line of KORYOM FC. Sunday battling against Christopher. Sunday Christopher still battling, and Christopher wins it. Maot Garang, very poor from Dixon, won easily, but again cleared by the back line. It goes to Sunday for KATOR FC. Sunday says he has not fouled, but of course it's a free kick to KORYOM FC. No changes so far in the second half, apart from goalkeeper Nuer, of course, Anyal coming for Sesko, who's injured, and also Francis, who's also injured. Headed away by Waswa. This time around, it goes to Godwill Yugsuk, one of the experienced goalkeepers in the competition. Mr. Godwill Yugsuk. Abraham Sodir enjoying passes with, of course, Mr. Sunday. Abraham goes for a long one. Couple of guys like Sebit, but of course, good defending from Mayen. And it's a goal kick. The game is 0-0, and this is now second half. KORYOM 0, KATOR 0. One easily in the midfield. But of course, headed into the midfield as well by Dominic. Well, Sunday goes backwards. Godwin Gusuk, a pressure from Garang. And now comes just number 3, but again, Musema Majid. Looks for support. Mahut Garang. Nice passes, and of course, Christopher. Very good shot, but a bit not really to the direction of the post. It is a goal kick to KATOR FC. Now, Emmanuel Odu to the midfield. Waswa Waswa is one of the senior defenders for KATOR FC. And it goes to Odu. Nice pass from Odu, but of course won easily by Emmanuel Majok. But again, Odu wins it easy as well for KATOR. It goes to the wide area. Jamal Malis delivers from there. Dixon finds in the edge of the box. It's still Dixon looking for support, but won easily by KORYOM FC. KORYOM are enjoying a moment here with, of course, Musema driving, still looking for a lot of things. Offside flag is against the progress of KORYOM. And it's going to be a free kick to the operants. KATOR FC, Malis, Jamal to Sunday in midfield. Sunday takes it a little bit to the forward line, but again, brought back by the back line of KORYOM FC. Christopher Kiara defends it very well. Good passes. And of course, goes to Mudassiri. Mahmoud Garang is here to tap it in, but again, I think the IQ wasn't a good one this time around for Mr. Mahmoud Garang, because he should have probably got a shot from the first touch. And you would think by this time, KORYOM should have been already leading, but of course, a very good opportunity for KORYOM FC. The game is 0-0. Dominic calls for a support and finds Waswa. It goes to Sunday. Sunday back to Waswa. Waswa checking for Dixon. Nice chest from him. Abraham finds there. Dixon is still in midfield now, and of course driving. Goes for a long shot from a distance, and it goes wide. It's a goal kick to KORYOM FC. The game is 0-0. KORYOM 0, KATOR 0. This is second half. If it ends into a draw, then Jamuz and Almerik will be the beneficiaries. Suwali. Dangerous one, but of course freaked away by Nuer Angofi. Cleared by Mr. Francis. Christopher Kiar. Confused by Sunday. Free kick to KATOR FC. Waswa will be in position to take it. Waswa prepares to take it as a long one. Instead, he opted for a short one. Dominic goes to the forward line. Tapped away by the captain. That's a Code Garang. Is a throw in. Abraham takes right away, and of course finds Dominic into midfield. KATOR FC goes wide with Jamal responding. Finds Mr. Odu Emmanuel. Back to Jamal, but of course a real pressure from Emmanuel Majok. It's going to be a throw in to KORYOM FC. Now just number 8, and of course having something here, Abraham Majak. Christopher, very poor from Christopher. He finds Sebit, but of course won easily by Angofi. Angofi drives from the right side still. Angofi Mudassiri drives. Cleared by Sunday. Throw into KORYOM FC. The game is 0-0. Angofi Mudassiri have been a very key figure for this team. KORYOM FC of Bor, in most of the occasions, has been making differences in most times. And that tells you how important he is, Mr. Angofi Mudassiri. Sunday for KATOR FC benefits from midfield. He keeps on driving the team forward. What a pass to Seb delivers. Of course, Dixon. Not really right one from Dixon, but a very good play from Sebit. David Sebit finding Dixon around, of course, the edge of the box. But again, the shot from Dixon did not work on well. Musema will have to take it as a throw-in for KORYOM FC. The game is 0-0. We're into second half already. Still another throw-in to KORYOM FC. But don't forget there are a couple of players on the bench for the team. That's a KATOR FC. But too much this time around for Angofi. You can talk about a couple of guys for the Lopez, like Amatofu Patrick, David Adaz Mangar, Vital Saddam, Elisa Balo, Victor John, Pap Chol, John Albino, Kuku Patrick, Sebiti John, Martin John, and of course David Alfred as well. Meanwhile, on the bench for KORYOM FC, Mr. Konkur Deng Chol, Sudan Gadiik, Ajak Kwal, and of course Mr. Daza Chan Kun, coach. And don't forget the team enjoying now is called Mudassir delivers and cleared by Emmanuel Odu. Mudassir have to find that one, but of course scooped away by Dixon. Now Sunday, Amin Abraham finds a Taku Michael down on the right. Of course, Amin on the left looking for Sebit. Sebit chased under. I think defended very well by Mr. Francis. That's Anyuen. Anyuen picks from there. Mudassir with a piece of skill. Is a throw-in to KORYOM FC. We're talking about the guys on the bench. Mr. Antipas Kwani Jok, Mayen Peter, Malik Sadiq, and of course Mubarak. These are the guys on the bench for KORYOM FC. Mahmoud Garang cleared by Waswa. There's a free kick. I think supporters of KORYOM are saying no, it's not. There is a free kick to KATOR FC. Remember, KATOR FC actually have gone for Godwill Yusuk in goal. Emmanuel Odu, Abraham Sodir, Dominic James, Peter Sunday, Michael Taku, Peter, and of course David, of course Sebit, Waswa Hassan, Mr. Gadin, Dixon, Malis Jamal, and Mr. Agoti Solomon. Dixon now drives up for KATOR. A shot from him, but it goes wide. KORYOM have gone for initially Sesko, but Sesko's off now. Mr. Nyal Nuer is in goal. Abraham does a jack. Akot Garang, and Gofi Mundasri, of course Deng Mayen, Anyuen Francis, who's on yellow, Mahmoud Garang, and of course Musema Majid on the wide area. Reika does Christopher and Emmanuel Majok. Talking about the progress down here, cleared by number 24. And that's Mr. Emmanuel Majok is a throw-in to KATOR FC. The game is 0-0. And of course delivered perfectly, but again defended a good one by handball, yellow card to Dominic, and of course it's a bit intentionally according to center referee. The captain Dominic is now booked. He joins Anyuen Francis, one of the players who are at the moment booked. And that's how the game looks like. Defended very well by Waswa. And Jamal Malis clears from his own territory. Defines Abraham. Good play. KORYOM FC. Good play from KORYOM. Playing 1-2, but of course cleared by KATOR FC. Goes wide. Michael Taku down on the left, and of course Francis Anyuen defense. Taku one-on-one, looking for support. Dixon with a touch. Dixon through the ball. Dixon drives and wins a corner kick. But of course, KATOR FC are planning to bring 3 players, including Mr. Pap Chol. KATOR FC are planning to bring 3 players into the mix. But that will be probably after the corner kick. Gonna be delivered of course right here. And cleared by the back line of KORYOM FC. Jamal takes it back to the congested area. Dominic, who's on yellow. Abraham Sodir. Abraham looking for support, finds Dominic, the captain. Dominic takes it into the forbidden area, cleared by Akot Garang. Dominic is still involved. It goes too much. And of course, cleared yet again by the captain, that's Garang. Dominic protects it and it's a throw into them. Substitution now. That's number 9 is coming off for KATOR FC, and that's Dixon. Dixon is a player off, including Mr. Jamal. Jamal and Dixon, even Abraham Sodir are the players who are off now for KATOR FC. So David Mangar alongside Mr. Pap Chol are the players getting into the mix. Alongside just number 11, and that's Victor John. These are the players who are into the action from the Liberans KATOR FC of Juba. The game is 0-0. Now Waswa, this goalkeeper, Godwill Yugusuk, Godwill goes wide, and Victor could not succeed. I think Victor was from an offside position, and it will be a free kick to KORYOM FC of Bur. The game is 0-0. This is the second half of this very game. In case you have just joined, the team putting on complete black is KORYOM. They are making a progress there. And of course, Achol goes into the edge of the box, tries to make a shot, but blocked by Mr. Francis. Very good defending from KORYOM FC. I think Pap Chol, remember, have scored a hat-trick in this game. In this competition. And he remains one of the players that probably have scooped hat-tricks in the competition. It's a free kick to KORYOM FC. Remember, if this game ends into a draw of a barren one, it will be the second game after Benty City had a draw with the Lion Hunters 0-0 last time out. But again, two teams will have the benefit. And of course, Musema drives Waswa. But Musema wins a corner kick at the end of the day. It's a corner kick to KORYOM FC. They looks very steady, especially at the back with a Coach Garang, Union Francis, and even Mr. Majak. Christopher will take the corner kick. And KORYOM FC get a goal here. Delivered by Christopher. Headed away by Sebit. Won back by KATOR FC. Waswa drives. Taku. Going past Angofi. Soft free kick. And a free kick to the Liberans. Waswa will take it, going for a long one. But of course, Chol will have to chase it. There's a free kick to KORYOM FC. The game is 0-0. Going to be taken by the captain. That's Mr. Coach Garang. Coach Garang goes for a long one. Defended very well by Dominic. Mangar to the wide area, but of course, good play from Emmanuel Majok. Too much for Majid. KORYOM FC supporters keeps on supporting their boys to do more and more, and that's what they are doing. Odo Emmanuel. Waswa to Dominic now. Dominic is the captain of the team. KATOR FC, he goes to the wide area, and Chol Pap will have to make a run. He succeeds versus Akkord, succeeding, of course. Akkord goes for delivery, and of course, cleared by the goalkeeper, and a lot of mixed reactions right there. Goalkeeper is injured. That's Mr. Nuer Nyal. I think this game is really full of emotional moments. Remember, initially Sesko got a very terrible injury, and he was substituted, and of course, by Nuer Nyao. But before, until also didn't have time. Remember, Francis also got a very terrible one. But the good news is that Nuer Nyal is back on his feet. And of course, he's looking okay. Yeah, he's fine. Of course, he's good. And he's going to take the start right here. Remember, KATOR FC 0, KORYOM FC 0. KORYOM FC represents Bor Local Football Association in this competition as well. And KATOR FC represents Juba Local Football Association in the heart of the city. This is something that we need to know, but of course, this is the M10 South Sudan Premier League having 14 teams. Initially, there were 10, but of course, lately, South Sudan Football Association said no, it have to be 14. And 4 more teams were called to be in the mix, including Juma FC of Awil and even Jamus FC of Juba. And of course, getting back to the mix, Holy Family FC from the also were called into, lately, Holy Family actually, Jamus and Juma, one of the teams that joined definitely as the 4 last teams to join the initially 10. Odu defends perfectly, clears, but of course, Center referee says a handball is a free kick to Loberans. That's KATOR FC. The game is 0-0, 0-0. And of course, this is what you have to know. Waswa to Dominic. Dominic looking for Sebi to chase, but the captain does a Garanga coat. Very clinical one. He clears it out from his own territory. It's gonna be a throw-in taken by Chol very fast. Chol Pap still. He's driving, scooping past Francis, and the Sebi keeps on driving as well. Throw in to KATOR FC. I think they are pressing. They are looking forward to at least picking a win in this game. The same to KORYOM FC. So both sides are actually desperate of picking at least maximum points. But at the end of the day, let's wait and see whether they're going to say it or one is going to collect maximum points. Corner kick to KATOR FC. He keeps on pressing and the KORYOM keeps on defending. Let's wait and see whether the corner kick will also put more smiles on the faces of KATOR FC supporters. Too much from probably Chol, but again won back by Angofi. It's a free kick. Of course, very crucial foul on Angofi Mundasiri. I think supporters are appealing for a yellow card from the center referee. This is a real tensional game. Angofi Mundasiri is okay. He's fine. And Akot Garan will be the one to take the free kick for KORYOM FC. Remember, KORYOM FC competes with a couple of teams. And of course, taken wide. He competes with a couple of teams in Bor Local Football Association. Salam FC, one of them. And of course, he keeps on believing in themselves, especially Machar Moses, the head coach, putting a winning mentality to the boys. Now Taku is fouled, but again, the referee says there's nothing. Good defending from Odu Emmanuel. Odu Emmanuel have been brilliant for KATOR FC. Now Sebi drives. Mundasiri. blocked. Sebit finds Chol. Chol Pap one-on-one alongside Angofi. Angofi, of course, defense, and it's a throw-in to KATOR FC. The game is 0-0. And remember, we are into the second half already. Free kick to KATOR FC. Sunday is the player who is fouled. I think in this game, both sides make sure they'll have to defend him. I think tactically it's all about 50-50 right now because both teams' defense very tight, and it's very hard for an opponent to probably enjoy life in, of course, the forbidden area, if not 18 yards of any of the opponents as well. So I think both sides looks very tight at the back, and again they tries to also scoop from the counter, and of course they are header there, but again very good goalkeeping from Nuer Nyal. Is a goal kick to KORYOM FC. The game is 0-0 still. Remember, the team putting on black is KORYOM FC. Because white and probably green colors is KATOR FC. Today they are playing away, and this is the away kit. Dominic drives into the center forward. Good defending from the captain Akot once again. Very poor from Christopher. Ngofi gives the press up to Mr. Godwin Yugusuk. Very good turning. Musema offside. Well, both sides are still looking for their first goal in this game. Very tight contest it is. We are live at Juba National Stadium, and of course the capital of South Sudan. We're talking about MTN South Sudan Premier League. Remember, man of the match will be awarded by Daza Bibito. Coach, you can travel from Juba to Kampala, Uganda, and as well from Kampala to Juba. Don't forget Kampala to Nairobi City, if not Nairobi, Kenya, and as well from Nairobi, Kenya to Juba, Juba to Nairobi. You can book your ticket with, of course, Bebito. We're talking about traveling company. Don't forget, it's a free kick to KORYOM FC. And Mundasiri will be the one to take the responsibility. And he go for a delivery, or he's going to go for a direct one to the goalkeeper. Let's give it a watch. And of course, Mundasiri delivers, and cleared by Mr. Dominic. This time around is Tako to Victor. Victor have got a space and he drives on the left. Victor again is caught. Garang, he goes for it. Very poor from him, and of course Nuer Nyal have to get it easily. He goes for a long one. Mawot Garang is the man being checked. But of course, very good play. And of course, KATOR keeps on going forward. Taku goes down, but of course, it's a corner kick to KATOR FC. Corner to KATOR after very brilliant work done by Taku Michael right here at the center forward role. Is a corner kick. And it seems like Papchol will take this chance as well to deliver from the corner. Delivered by Pap, and of course trying to actually hit any player and failing also. Now is Majid Musema to Majok Emmanuel. Given away, it goes to Papchol. Free kick to KATOR FC. Is a free kick to the Juba base side. Supporters are very furious with the decision taken by the linesman. I think linesman is calling for a protection And that's why the stewards are at the moment, of course, in that territory. This is a very, very personal game. Very much tensional. Of course, I think both teams are very, very hungry. Deliver. And they kept alive. Taku! What a shot from Taku Michael. He could not believe it at all. He's saying how. But it's a corner kick. Very nice one from Taku. Substitution is going to happen.
Substitution.
But there's a player actually down for KORYOM FC. Medical attention is needed. Substitution for KORYOM FC. Musema Majid is going to come off. Just number 25 is going to have some moments in the game. And that's Malik Sadiq. And also just number 12, Anuen Francis is going to also come off. So two players, Majid and Anuen Francis, are coming off for KORYOM FC, allowing just number 25. That's Malik Sadiq. And 26. That's Mr. Mubaraka, if not Mubarak. These are the players who are on for KORYOM FC. But guess what? It's a corner kick to KATOR. And after a very powerful shot from Michael Taku. But the block was nice. Perfect defending from KORYOM FC. That's why they have not been conceding easy goals in these games. And in the competition especially. There's a bit of a serious worries right now for KORYOM FC probably team, because one of their players is at the moment injured down. And if that's the case, then he becomes the third player to leave the pitch for KORYOM FC. Very much unfortunate evening, if not afternoon, if not day, for KORYOM FC in this game, because losing Cisco out due to injury, and again Francis. But at the moment, I think the player himself is okay. And I think he might continue. And that's Christopher, by the way. Of course, he's running well. Taken there, nice, perfect delivery. What a header from Waswa. Very, very modern header from Waswa, but of course, that's what defenders do when it comes to crucial moments like that. That's a goal kick anyway. KORYOM FC are going for it again. I think a draw will disappoint all the two teams, because Al-Merrikh and Jamuz keeps on winning. But yesterday, Al-Merrikh also dropped the points, 2-1 to Jamuz FC. Jamuz FC scored a late one. Mr. Actually, Jimmy Oleyo marked his return from injury with a late goal to give Jamuz FC all the 3 points yesterday. That was in the afternoon. But again, also Melekia were able to pick another win against Hilal FC of Wow yesterday. That was late. The game ended 1-0 in favor of Melekia FC against Hilal FC yesterday. And Kamsa scored that only goal of the day to Melekia. It was another win for them. At the moment, the game is 0-0. And this is the second half. Christopher is back. He's good. Because KORYOM FC having what they can do now. Waswa clears. What Garan thought he's fouled, but of course, center referee is in need of medical attention. What Garan is the player who is down, just number 9 for KORYOM FC. He's been making good runs. He's been one of the players that he's been creating actually the balance to the team, and again, doing a couple of things in problem on the pitch. And that's Mawot Garan. He's okay. He's back on his feet. And he's fine. He's walking. He's good. He's going to get back. But Nicholas, the head coach, keeps on giving instructions to his players. KATOR FC. Nicholas was actually a head coach for Amarat United of Juba. Now Chol. Free kick to KATOR FC. Supporters are asking how. The game is 0-0. There are no goals. But both sides keeps on trying their best. And KATOR FC keeps on building. Now Christopher and Dasri looking for Mawad Garang. A bit poor one from him. And Godwili Gusuk will be grateful if he also earns a clean sheet here, just like Nuer, of course, Nyal. Now David Mangar to the wide area. What a touch from Victor, but of course, won back by Angofi. KORYOM goes to the wide area. Very good defending from Odu. Emmanuel, who doesn't want pressure, and of course, he clears it out from his own half. Goes to Ajak. Mawad Garang benefits from the left, and it goes to the right. Delivered to poor. It's a goal kick to KATOR FC. Center referee says take the ball back. It's a rolling ball, so please restart it. Now gives it to Dominic. Dominic, remember, is on yellow, but of course gives it to Sebit. Cleared now, throw into KATOR FC. The game is 0-0, and this is the second half of this very game. This is the MTN Sudan Premier League. And of course, thank you so much as well for watching today. My name is Alafi Jonathan, but of course, there's a free kick to KATOR FC. There's a bit of worries because just number 14 is currently in need of medical attention. This is a really game that means a lot to both sides. And when best teams classes in a league, that's how it is in most cases. So these have been the best teams so far in the competition. And today, them meeting really means a lot to both sides. But of course, KORYOM were able to pick 2-1 win against Melekia FC. And that tells you that they are really formidable in this competition. And without any doubt, they are a surprise package because initially no one spoke about them, especially when we talk about power ratings and rankings in the competition. And I think by then, Jamus FC were the usual suspect. Al-Merik were second. And you may think of Melekia, who are currently also not doing well. Third. And perhaps you think this injury is serious as well. On KATOR FC, of course, a player just number 14. And of course, he seems to be gonna be carried away, and that's it, Sua. Because this game today have really surprised also a lot of supporters because of its intensity. And of course, KATOR FC are bringing number 26 to also have some moments in the game. And perhaps tries to also deal with some minutes. But don't forget, originally it's a free kick and it remains a free kick. And the KATOR FC will see how they can benefit from there. There's a free kick delivered and of course defended perfectly. Yellow card to Waswa. Yellow card goes to Waswa, and of course, after hitting one of the players, by the way, one of the player actually for KORYOM FC, and Waswa is now booked. He was asking the referee how. As a free kick to KORYOM FC. Don't forget, the game is still 0-0. KORYOM FC of Bor 0, KATOR FC of Juba 0. We are into the final minutes of the second half. Not real far. Akot takes a long one. Scooped by Christopher, cleared by Waswa. Christopher Mudasiri is here waiting, but of course, defended very well by the Liberans. Goes to Victor. Victor drives down on the left. Victor drives still KATOR FC forward. And of course, finds Sebit down on the left yet again. Keeps on driving. Delivers. Perfect defending from Mayen. Mangar back. And this one now goes wide from the newcomer. Because it's a goal kick to KORYOM FC. The game is 0-0. And of course, both sides are still looking into getting their first goals if they can. But the moment the pressure is more on KORYOM FC. But KORYOM FC tries to scoop from the counter. Garang. Good body language from him. Goes to Jack. He finds Majok Emmanuel. And of course, the wide area delivered, but again, Yubusuk very clever on that. Godwin Yubusuk today starts for KATOR FC after Alfred have been starting some of the games. Of course, Alfred saved the penalty last time out. But Waswa drives KATOR FC forward yet again. Sebit David. Sebit into the edge of the box. But again, perfect defense from KORYOM FC. You may think it's not far for the center referee, if not photo officer, actually to put, if not the extra minutes.
Exactly 1:45. Youngster FC, they play against.
This is week 8 fixture, remember?
Youngster FC, they play against Bentiu City at 1:45.
But of course, tomorrow, Youngster FC of Torit plays at Bentiu City of Bentiu at 1:45.
Here at Juba.
Tomorrow, 2 games at 1:45. Youngster FC of Torit up against Bentiu City. We're also at the moment not actually on their probably best form, and they will really look forward into seeing how they can get back into the climax. Waswa defended perfectly by Mayen. Now is a jack to Emmanuel Majok. Offside, and of course to be a free kick to KORYOM FC.
Remember, man of the match is proudly sponsored by the Beto coach.
And of course, the Beto coach will be in person to award the man of the match. 5 minutes into the second 45 this evening. Angofi Dasiri drives it to the wide area now, offside. Free kick to KATOR FC. Supporters are actually lightening, decides to light their phones, having their own way of enjoying the game. Garang to the wide area. Can KORYOM FC get something in these 9 minutes? And of course, delivered into the 16 yards. Don't forget, Godwin Yubusuk got it easily. Well, this is the injury time now. It goes to the wide by Chol, controlled it very well. They throw in to, of course, KATOR FC and Chol Pa. Pap Chol will be in person to take it, but I think he's leaving it to David Mangar. David Mangar is going to take a long throw in, and he's going to take it, has a long one, and he takes it, has a short one anyway. Because it's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a free kick to KORYOM FC, and of course the game is 0-0. But don't forget, the man of the match will be presented, if not given away by the better coach. As traveling, of course, company that moves from Juba to Kampala back to Juba. But don't forget as well, from Kampala to Nairobi, that's Kenya. And, from Nairobi, Kenya to Juba to Nairobi. All about you booking for yourself a ticket and enjoy traveling with Bebeto. Victor, of course, with a chance here and making a very good run. He goes to the wide area. Now save it. Can they get a late one? Of course, a nice, perfect one. And a chance right there offside. I think Center referee says it's a handball on, of course, one of the forward line. But that's KATOR FC, and it will be a free kick to KORYOM FC. Not far to end this game right now, but the game is 0-0. Because remember, we're inside the 5 minutes of added time. But KORYOM FC having an affair here. I think another medical attention is needed because one player is in need of probably medical attention. Actually, two, because Christopher is as well feeling hurt. The supporters of KORYOM FC keeps on supporting regardless of the scoreline. The game is 0-0. Inside 5 added minutes, and that's to the second 45 minutes. For Juba National Stadium, and this is MTN South Sudan Premier League. This is the week 8 game. And we do appreciate you guys for watching wherever you are, all over the world. We say thank you very, very much for having time with us. And you can do it tomorrow as well, because having fun on the games of the MTN South Sudan Premier League. And also 2 players are at the moment receiving treatment, one for KATOR FC of Juba, and also the other one for KORYOM FC of Bor. The game is 0-0. Both players are looking better. I think they're okay. They're fine. Christopher is holding his head, but I think he's feeling a bit of hurt. But I think he's okay, including there's Mr. Dominic, the captain. And I think that will really mark after the start from probably the goalkeeper, Rodney Ipsuk.
Number 18, David Selik from Han, who's well known as KATOR.
And of course, that's it. Man of the match is David Selik of KATOR FC. But a game of a couple of problem moments. But the negativity in the game is probably the injury to Jesco, the goalkeeper of KORYOM FC, who actually went off injured, including Francis. And again, one player for KATOR FC as well. Got carried away. But again, KATOR FC, of course, made good runs. on the flanks with save it one man of the match. And of course, and as well, there were good saves from Mr. Nuer Nyao, who came on for injured Sesko. So don't forget as well, perfect defending from KORYOM FC of Bor, as well has very good work done by Waswa. Defense KATOR FC. Alright, it's a full time. KORYOM FC of Bor, nil. KATOR FC of Juba, nil. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. Call me Arab Jonathan. Because thank you very much. Have the best of your evening and have the best of your night. Because, thank you.
David from Ham, who's going on as control between KATOR FC